Good morning, traders. How we doing, guys? How we doing? All right, guys. All right. I'm watching here, actually, guys. So it breaks down here. All right. Willing the short 70 here. Willing the short 70s here on here. You see, it broke without me, guys. A little pop up would have got me filled there. Would have been starting it already. It would have been perfect right there. 68. It's the only thing that I'll take. Let's see if we get this bounce. Alright, I see that 74 right there, so I'm going to look for maybe a little pop if we can get to it. We'll look for this area here. See, I like that 70 because it's a 5-minute chart. Seeing Abel bounce a little bit there to 87, but not really much of a bounce there. All right. What's going on, guys? What's going on? How we doing? Got DSX going off on my radar. This is a shipping company, so I'm gonna go back and check Dries, see what Dries is doing. It's done like kind of a cup pattern here. Hey, time to switch on over. I've already longed on Dries over here for the $6 break. I sold it a little early as it was coming up to a resistance here. I wish I would have kept it that way. I can hold to my number. I like to usually sell half and hold the rest break even. If I was taking that strategy, I would have been able to either sell up there around the 619, 620 area, or hold and try to get it to continuously get to that high, a previous high, which was 629. I did like Dries even more down here when it was getting through this red to green move for this breakout here at 578, but I wasn't able to get it. You see huge share sizing going through there, 32,000 shares there going through at 619. We also seen a different stock go off there, TIS, PTIE also going off. Small volume on PTIE and TIS. Be careful with those guys. PTIE can run. There's Dries breaking out after that great ad there at 619. You see, this is where I was looking for the high yesterday, where it would have been coming up to the 29. This would have been a great spot to sell into. I'm seeing PTIE there at 749s there. It looks like it might do a breakout through the 750s. My only concern is the volume here is only in the 209,000. I usually look for at least 1 million shares just for liquidity speaking. Dun, dun, dun. All right, guys. One of the key things is, yeah, stocks aren't going really crazy today. We're trying to be in and out of the market, nail and bail. So one of the key is getting that first positive trade. You know, I took a trade on ABIL, sold it a little bit short as it was coming right back down, but in the end it bounced back to red to green, so can't really be upset about that. Took that trade on Dries with 200 shares. The only problem with that one was a quick sale. One of the key things is I don't want to get to the point where, you know, green means everything. That's not why we trade. We're going to take the risk, and we're going to go ahead and take half off, then hold the rest break even. If I would have done that, the stock never gets back down to 595, and we'd be looking really great here, holding up there. See, PTIE went right back down, didn't break out through that 750. So you got to be careful on days, especially slow days. This high day momentum scanner from Trade Ideas that I've built, it does really well. The key thing is on slow days, you don't really want to just go off of alerts. Only on very, very active days do you want to be more going off of just the high day momentum scanner. And then those are the days that you usually win when you just go off of it. I've back tested this scanner, and it's pretty accurate from 9:45 to 10:30. Yeah, the dailies do look good on Dries. One of the key things I will let you know is there's definitely someone big in Dries. I traded it yesterday, and I kept seeing like those big share size going through, like 32,000. I saw 20,000 shares at 550. You see, there's definitely someone playing a bigger role in this stock. How far do we have to go up? You know, Dries is a little bit weird. You know, it can continue going. It started moving from 365, and it's been pretty steady going up. See, we're up there now to 638 was the high there, or 636. That's why we want to go ahead and hold the rest break even, guys. That way we give our winning trade the best ability to reward us the most. All right, seeing Able hold here by the $5.97, $6 range. I feel like this stock's going to make one more swing back up. There you go. In and out for the scalp. Don't scalp that head off, though. Yeah, scalps are always fun. What I always say, when you're doing scalps, you really got to be good at hotkeys. There's ABIL. A little bit of hard rejection there at 6. Let's see if we just get a curve through it. If it's just a fake out or fake down. There's the pullback to the 9 EMA on dries. The 9 EMA has been playing pretty well on dries, as you see the whole day. It's pretty much been underneath of it. Every single time that it went below it, it immediately got right back. So that's what you can go off of. You could try to take a trade there at 624, 623, trying to get filled for a little push back. And as it pushes back to the resistance, you can sell up here at 37s, 38s, sell half and look for the rip. Dun, dun, dun. There's Abel crashing down there, guys. Hard rejection there through 70s. Looking for this bounce on ABIL. I need a good bounce there. Somewhere probably 82s or higher. All right, now 580s. Bouncing 580s, we can go ahead and risk off of this 606. We'd want to do a little bit smaller share size, 100 shares, as we have to risk more. CADC going off on the radar, guys. Take a quick look at this. Very low volume, so definitely not just going to react to that. See the 75s happening somewhere on ABIL. Really not something that I'm really that interested in, as it's not really my pattern. It did bounce, but it didn't really give me that classic bear flag that I look for. It could probably give it to me now, as it's gotten that good hard red candle. And now we can see a bounce and then the 1, 2, 3, but not seeing that, so gonna get off of it. Like beginner said, what does us right is when we stick to the trades that we know how to do. Yeah, I do have the intro package. I'm down a little bit in the account now. After the first week, I got up to probably about net wise, I think I was 78. And lately just had 2 bad weeks. Last week was just pretty rough. Just got back to pretty much break even. And then this week has been pretty bad. On Monday we had a max loss day after being green, $15. Just kept trading, guys. You know, one of the key things that I noticed is that I stopped trading my setups, and then what happens is the market gets a little slow, and then you just try to trade off a price action, and that's really when you just take your hits. You know, one of the key things I'm really starting to learn in trading is when to take your swings, and realizing that there's certain days to take harder swings and there's certain days to take less swings. A day like today where we didn't really see the gap scanner go crazy, you know, that's when we want to go ahead and just be a little bit more reserved with our trading. Take smaller share size. If we have a green trade and we get into the green, we can take our profits and take it to another day and use that profit as risk for a trade that you really want to take, that gives you that great potential to really make a rip. I am seeing right now 635s there on dries. I did see that one up, one down, two up, two down, three up. I would want a third down here at 631, and you would have to long off of 623. So I'd say 631 here on the pullback off of 623, and then it should curve right on through that 640s, maybe get on up there to the 650s and rip. Definitely agree with that, Dan. It's just the real key, you know. One of the key things is that we always feel that, you see, this is where I would go long right here. Bam, you could be long right there at 630, risking off of 623. Looking for this rip back up to the resistance at 640, and you could sell here as it comes up to this 637. Sell half of it, take a little profit, and look at the rip. I think one of the key things that does me well is that when I long off of a red candle or a pullback, I usually do well. When I short off of a bounce after that extension down, that's when I usually do well also. So that's just key things to learn there. You see, now you're coming down to that stop, and then that's when you have to take your stop. You know, one of the key things is we're not always going to win. If that would be the stop out, that would be the stop out. You have to learn to respect it. The key reason it slows down there is that it could be a breakdown potential. And if you don't sell out on your stops, what happens is that you have that potential to just completely just crash down. Yeah, to me, insurance, it wasn't really a big loss that really got my head back, I feel. To me, it was more like what happened was, I think, on after going green even on Monday last week, after really getting up there, I was at like $78. I just felt like the pressure started coming on trying to, you know, make that big gain, and I started really missing some opportunities. And when you miss your setups, that's when you get that FOMO. And you know, to me, it's always about missed opportunities. When I have those missed opportunities, I usually have a tendency to not take the trade the second time, and then the third time, if you take the trade, you lose. It's just how it goes, you know. I've learned that, like, if you don't listen to your instincts, that's one of the key things as traders. We have to just listen to our instincts, because what we do is we really study patterns, and we try to practice its execution over and over again. And if you don't listen to the instincts, then essentially you're not going off of your abilities and what you've gained throughout the market. Like certain times my instincts tell me to sell, and I'll just get out. You know, key part, like right there on 22, I would have just gotten out. There's no point in staying in this stock. You know, your instincts could tell you, oh yeah, but it could bounce back up to 30 and get back up there. Yeah, it could bounce, but you have that potential to really get down there. You know, you got to catch yourself in the moment when you're trading. Try to stay in the now, and really just let the stock tell you what your decisions are, not you make decisions for the stock. To short up here, the only way I recommend shorting up here is that you take very, very small sizing. You have to take, like, probably, I recommend a fourth of your regular sizing for this stock. And then once you get confirmation and it really starts turning your way, you have to look to size into the trade and really get that swing down. That's how the big shorters make their money. Like on a pop-up like this, they could go ahead and take a short and then take a small position, about 1/4. Like, if for me 200 shares, you could take 50 shares here, and then while it came back down underneath this 620, you can look for an ad there, get down to about 625, 624, risk off a 630 with a full size position. RENN. I'm kind of mad I missed that one today, guys. I have to say that I was watching it. I wanted that 240. Wanted that 240. Was just gonna risk off of the rip back up to the high, which is 260. And when it came down to 35s, I went and I hit 38s, trying to get a little bounce, just a bounce fill, and it just never went. It just came down to 31. No bounce there. No bounce to 38 like I thought maybe could bounce, and then it just crashed down. I had a feeling with REN that was just gonna have that little rip at the open and come down. Just wasn't really on top of it, and when you're not really on top of a stock, you know, sometimes you just gotta let it go. ABIL there, coming back to that 550. It's a key spot there for 550s. We've got that down one, up one, down two, up two, down three. Should bounce a little bit and then come on back down there. Trying to see if I can get into ABIL. Not seeing it there. It's not going to fill me there at 60. I would have to take 50s and risk off of 73. I think it's a little bit too high of a risk and not high of a reward there. PTIE broke through that 750. This stock goes up and down really fast, guys. You see it's been down. It gapped huge down from 921. So definitely not a stock we're going to go ahead and look at. It's just going to play weird. That huge gap down can make it come all the way back up, or it could have some bigger shorters into it. I'm seeing CADC here. It's getting some volume, but still very small compared for the day. Only 125 shares there. CADC there. Definitely not really seeing momentum, guys. I think I'm almost done for the day. Had a long day. Looking forward to a concert tonight. Gonna go see Revolution and Stephen Marley. Nice reggae concert in town. Should be fun. Alright. I see you. I see you, insurance. Hey. I wouldn't advise all that, but I'm not gonna say that I'm not. I live in Orlando, Florida. We're gonna get high scores. That's what we're gonna get. It's gonna be a fun concert for sure. AveNet, where you live at, man? Are you on the? I'm guessing you're on the east side. I don't know about you guys, but I definitely I wish that I could trade from, like, let's say Cali, or I'm looking forward towards moving to Denver. One of the key things of me trading is I'm really trying to stay consistent and really make this a full-time job. Doing this part-time is always fun, but at the end of the day, I hate I hate doing my 40-hour a week job. It's not for me. I just do it, keep paying the bills, keep trading here with you guys, and trying to learn, trying to get to that dream. Able bouncing there. Probably gonna get to that VWAP. Probably gonna test to that VWAP again. Um, it's going to that 90 MA there at 580. You could risk off of $6 there, or 606 there. It would have to be a small share size, as the stock could fail there. But I'm thinking it's gonna run back up to $6 or near that VWAP again, and then fail for the rest of the day. That's good to hear, insurance. One of the key things, I think that I found trading a little late in my life. Definitely wish I would have found it a little bit earlier, maybe in my early 20s, or even earlier. It would have been fun to have found it in my 18, when I was 18. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. I've gotten pretty far in life. I have a degree from UCF, a finance degree. Am I using it? Not really. One of the key things, I don't want to get too many certifications and then not be able to retail trade. Um, I feel that if you can make money as a trader, it doesn't seem to matter if you're gonna go and trade for other people. But I would go ahead and try to trade for myself, and make this an everyday. Have I looked into forex? I've seen videos on forex. Have I ever traded forex? No, I really haven't. It's just not really my style. When I first started, I used to trade higher price names. Like when I first started, I was trading Amazon when it was back at 760s. And yeah, I could make money on Amazon, but I needed an account with like $100,000, and I knew that wasn't gonna happen anytime soon. So one of the key things that I learned is that I had to find my niche and find my area that I could trade, and where I had the capital to trade. You know, that's the real key to trading. If you have more capital, you can learn your way through. I feel um, live money. Hey, it hurts. Guys. I've lost a couple accounts on SureTrader, and at the end of the day, I feel that you can't over push. What happens usually is that you meet your skill level. So usually you've learned a little bit more, you get back into trading, you have a little up move, you get that swing, that breakout, and then you get a little bit high. You test your resistance on your skill level, and it comes back down to that support. that's when you got to get back to your system. You know, really get back to your system and your edge and why you thought that you could bring paper to live. Kitty, yeah, Alice. I actually definitely want to do real estate. That is the idea. The idea is first to really get good at trading. Then there's a couple of jobs and a couple careers that I want to that I like. I like finance related. I want to do a more of a consulting business for finance. I want to help people uh, essentially get their dreams. I want to make a consulting business where you know we can really help people. Oh, you see, I didn't even know that about beginner, but yeah, I want to go ahead and do that consulting business. I want to do a real estate business. I like buying properties and having them for rent. One of the key things in Orlando I see is that the properties around schools, around universities, are usually cheaper than most because the property values are usually old. It's usually old homes, about you know 30-year-old homes, and the rent is still relatively really high as it's close to a school, a major school like UCF per se. I've just seen it time and time. Housings that are valued probably at like $100,000, $70,000, and yet they're doing rents for like you know $1,600, $1,500, and when you it just doesn't add up. You know the rent towards so the real key is that if you can get those mortgages, you know, and so it's all about capital. You know, if you have enough capital, I think you know anybody can really make money. I used to have a friend that used to look for like foreclosed houses and just kind of do like intermediate work, like just kind of do the background work to find houses for investors, and the investors would just take the house. So he would get housing on foreclosures and short sales for real cheap, and have that ability to make that money. Seeing PTIE there, you guys, it really slinging open there. It's has a huge buyer there. 5,000 shares going through there at 8. This is one of those like little fake out moves that you could try to take an attempt to. Um, you know, with that 5,000 shares going through there at 8, it could definitely get back above that 8, and above that 8, you know, you get a great profit. The real key is what are you risking? I see you're risking here off of 56. So you'd have to go really small share sizing, as it could just break on up there past 8, but the retrace would be about almost 25 cents there, and it could be 30 cents if it comes back down really hard. And the real key is that there's just low volume. If this stock had 1 million shares and then I saw that buyer there at $8 with 5,000 shares, and it pulled back to the 780s, and we could risk off of 760, then it sounds a little better, you know. But definitely with only 270,000 shares traded today, it's just really not that enough. For finance degrees for trading for Wall Street firms, what I would recommend is, first of all, you got to learn, like, there's just many different fields that you have to learn if you really want to trade for a Wall Street firm. You know, one of the key things is, you know, the top companies, they're not going to select anybody out of a normal school. Um, you definitely want to get into a school that has a high reputation. Seeing CADC there all the way up there now to $8, 795 by 8. Made a huge gap up. It's looking like it's gonna halt there. at $8 there, halting there at $8. You know, one of the funny things that I've learned about Tradenet is that it lets you get in there for the halts. Like, I'm pretty sure I could still buy this right now, but I won't take the buy there. But that's what happened to me yesterday on NAKD, and I almost didn't expect to get filled, but it filled it immediately. So that's what the good thing of CFD trading. You can get those immediate fills. If you go up on the ask and you just take the ask, it's usually going to give you that instant fill. Yeah, I would have to agree with beginner. Yeah, that's exactly what they're looking for. They're looking for those Ivy League graduates, and then on top of that, they want to see your verified results in trading. It has to be over a year of trading. One of the key things I've seen also is that they want to see a big sample size. They don't want to see you. You went profitable for 3 months, but then for the rest of the year you went red. So they want to see a real consistency. Like 10 out of 12 months you were green. That really shows that they can go ahead and invest in you and start giving you the education you really need to trade with millions of dollars. If you do want to learn more about that kind of trading, I do know about kind of an educator that is on YouTube that can teach you more about that, and they actually have an institute. It's in Chicago, about trading, and they teach you about bigger stocks and financial side of really trading. Not technical, but more of a financial side. Now, technical traders for big companies like big firms, that's usually just track records, people that were really, really good. We're seeing ABIL there, coming back to the VWAP. There you go, beginner. That's what I like to hear, man. Keep it up, dude. You're doing great work, man. Yeah, I can share it. Just give me a second. I have to look it up. Damn, without a doubt, man. If you're gonna try a new strategy, always do it on paper first. The real key is determining the triggers. With a new strategy, determine where you're gonna take the trigger, and it has to be that spot every time. If you can determine that that's a trigger that actually works every time, or at least 80% or 70%, so you're winning most of the time, that's how you know that you're really determining an edge. But I definitely say take it in paper over and over and over until you execute it perfectly. And then you go ahead and you try small share size live, and then you slowly add into the share size as the pressure gets away. When you start executing that strategy in live consecutively over and over again, consistently nailing the same execution. And that's really what you need. It's most of the time it's confidence. If you're a trader that really puts in the time and years and emotion to get through all that. Look at CADC. Holy moly. Not tradable, but look at that. It went up all the way up there to 872 off of no volume, guys. You see how the buys? It's incredible. RENN coming back up there. It's ridiculous on this stock. There's just no share size, so I really recommend you not trading that. But Dry's there, guys. Dry's breaking out, guys. Really didn't stay on this chart. Stop looking at it, but Dry's, guys, breaking out there, up there to now 60s, 660s. This is definitely a stock that we could have stayed on as it consolidated through here. Some good ads there too at 1050. So it's at 650 range. Alright guys, here's that URL for that YouTube. If you're interested in like actually doing more financial trading and being with big firms, I've really done my research into Institute of Trading and the things that they say, and really listen to how they speak and what they're talking about. And at the end of the day, the guy that leads them worked for Goldman Sachs, and they have a couple guys there. They had the head of options also for Bank of America, and he's really smart. That guy kills it on options. That's interesting. That's interesting. Insurance, you know about options, man. That's one area that I honestly just haven't found the right mentor to really teach me about. It's something that I really wish to get into. It was what I was looking forward to when I really started learning about finance. There's PTIE there, getting another buyer there. 791, 799s. DCIX there, another shipper moving. The shippers are moving, guys. When one goes, they all like to just start shooting off. Seeing the $2 break here. Kind of interesting. The risk off of 190. Be a $10 risk. Might scalp this right here. Seen some pretty good share size going through there. Putting out an order at 195. Look at that drop. You gotta be careful here. All right, we're seeing good share size there. Oh, that's a great one. Alice, thank you. Before I got upset about it. Thanks, Alice. That's one of the key things, you know, with Tradenet. It actually happened twice this week where I tried the longest stock and was just blocked. Right there, would have taken my chance there at $2 with a $2 break, risking off of 190. Could see this move going up to at least 210. As Dries just keeps pushing, guys. This is a stock that we should have held, guys. We should have held. Should have kept break even and let it keep running. All right. I'm seeing DRYS there, just up there to 671s now. Seeing ABIL here. Look at that big seller there at 673s. If that seller goes through, it should probably make a rip to 7. Looking to short ABIL there at 70. Tried to get 74s, but wasn't able to get filled. So now looking for 70s. We'll take this at 70. Looking for a move back down there. Risk right now is off of 86. Should have took those 570s when I had the chance. The thing is, the ask was on 75. There's the RYS. So the SPY's testing. Check it out. Yeah, it is. All right. What I do like on ABIL is that there was a huge share size here. Got to risk almost 20 cents there. Yelko breaking out, guys. Yelko breaking out. Can't trade it, but it's definitely a breakout there. I see it go through that 350s, probably halting now at 420s. Yeah, I mean, Yelko is definitely something that is very, very high chance of risk there. I wouldn't really touch it. I mean, I can't trade it anyways. If I did, it would be in and out, snap in, snap out kind of trade. DCIX there, guys, with that $2 breakout going up there to 210. That's about the area that I was looking for. Up there to 215. Would have been a nice trade there. Too bad I can't trade it. That's how it goes, guys. Trying to get short on the ask. Seeing if I can get filled here. All right. Looks like it's making a little bit of a bounce here. It's held pretty well down there, guys. Held this 563 really well there. I'm short there at 570. Risking off of 86 here. Don't want to see it get above 83. CHNR, guys. CHNR going off on the radar. Should have changed my price here to 75 as it was going up to that 80. Left that order out there and it filled at 570s. So now I just have to take that risk off of 580s. Don't want to see it above 580s. Reject these 578s and get back down. Let's go. There you go, 570s on the bid there, 576. Looks good. Let's see 560 next. Let's see. I'm just thinking like if I was short here at 83, definitely above that, I wouldn't let it get back above since it made that move to 40. This is when I go ahead and I pull up two order forms, two charts. That way, a move like this, 61 on the bid there. There you go. It's a nice hard rejection there. Let's see if we can get below this 560s. Really start getting back down here. So on one order form, I'm getting profit ready to take. And on the other order form, I have protection. Could give his chance. Below 560s here, we could really get a breakdown. The stock is extended for the day. You got halted in LFIN, man? That must have been crazy. I traded it the day before it went T12. I'm not even gonna lie. And it was on Robinhood of all of all things. There's 62. 65 on the ass now. Now we're in the green, $5. Looking for it to break this 560s. Out now is going to be above 75. Looking for the 60s to break there. It's bouncing back to where my hold is, so kind of worried there. But I saw on 564, 4,300 going through there. Could have been someone jumping short, trying to risk off of here. Seeing as we saw that share size go through there, I'm still going to just hold off that 580. I'm going to give us the chance really to go ahead and break down there, give us our last win. It's going to be more than likely our last trade of the day. We're just going to go ahead and try to nail this trade and end the day green here. Got the bailout if needed. Looking for a little move here. Next stop, I could see 555. Yeah, the spread's a little bit more open. I agree. You know how it is with these stocks, especially later on in the day. The spread usually starts opening wider, and the volume's kind of dying out, so the spread goes a little wider. The only real key is that you could get people to really push on this. YECO there opening up and just shooting. It's just an absolute rocket both ways. Alright, so now I want these 60s to really fail there. Don't want to see it back above 75 there. Trying to let it come back down here to 61s, fail through that 60 and get back below. On a 5-minute chart, it still looks good to risk off of 80. And give us a chance here, guys. There's some more ad there, 2200 there at 565. I think that's someone short there, trying to short this breakdown right now. I'm going to go ahead and I'm sticking in this to 580. That's the plan, guys. Feel like we're looking better. We're up here at 570. We're above it, above the ask, and we still have an ability to get out if it spikes up. So I like the position that I'm in right now. I definitely think a breakdown of this 560 can give us that risk to reward that we're looking for. And that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for at least this breakdown there, down here to this 556 there, and then it could bounce a little bit and then keep going down. Seeing this up here, don't really want to see it get back above 71. Above 71, it could really start squeezing up here, getting back to the VWAP. I'm gonna look at this on a 5-minute. As the next candle opens, I want it to come back down underneath 68. Underneath 68 and curve down to that 560. Alright, here we get into that minute mark. Opened lower, that's what I wanted to see. It opened lower on the 5-minute, so I'm going to give it the chance to break down here. $62s on the bid, going through there. Let's go, let's crack, let's flush down. Let's get that flush. Get that flush. There it is, guys. That's the flush. Taking half there at 48. Oh, it didn't fill me. I hit the ass there, right there on at 48. It didn't fill me there. Gonna have to hold for a second. There you go, 560, 550. Wanted to take 48s there, just wasn't able to close it down there. Since this stock has so much room to really come down, thinking about taking $5 to take the risk off of it. I'm looking for this to move down. Seen the bid come up there a little bit. Trying to get filled half of it at 58 there. Canceling it. Didn't see the fill there. I'm gonna hold to my number, guys. See if we get this move right back down to 50s. See if we get a rejection here. There you go. Just when I went to go hit the fucking ass. Again. Same thing. I went to go hit the ass there at 57 and it bounced it at 65 there. Definitely not what I wanted to see there. like that. I like that insurance. I just read what you wrote there. I like that idea. All right. This could bounce here, so I'm just gonna take half of it off, guys. I want to make sure we get paid. Just taking half of it off there. If it comes back down, I'll just hold it for like a far fade. But up here and past this 67, we'll get out. Givo just tanked. Let me check it out. Yeah, it did, guys. It did. And $9. I'd look for a bounce in 920s, 918s. But you got to do a big risk, 25-cent risk. Seeing this curve here on ABIL there. So you don't want to let it get back above this. It's 564. 565. So 566 will be our out there. Going up, testing right now. There you go, insurance. Good job, man. Keep it up, brother. Good scalps on dries. Seeing that move back down to 60s there. Touching the 57s. See if we can get back down below this 53 to this 50 mark. This trade is starting to slow down on me, and I hate when trades slow down on me. Only thing that's keeping me in this is the 5-minute chart. There you go. That actually looks nice. Let's see if we can break this. Alright, don't want to see it get above here. Looking at the 5-minute. Don't want to see it go green. Want a red 5-minute. There you go. Touchdown to 58. Let's go. Let's get this wash. 3,000 there. 58 there. Trying to let it do this wash. Wish I would have had an order out when it broke down there, the first breakdown. That's why you gotta learn to have that profit order out there. Some more shares there, short there at 58. Doing a little bit what's called spamming the market. Just throwing shorts up here at 570. And then pulling it off. Sometimes that creates a little down move. I don't know if I'm a little crazy for that idea, but did anyone trade any of those? I highly doubt it, bro. I think most of them just weren't able to get that. It's probably limited to very few amount of people that could trade that. Another 4,700 shares they're going through there at 58. think there's someone big short in this, but just got to be careful here. There's 56 by 58 now. There's a tap down. Let's see if that shorter wants to get short a little bit more share sizing and really bring it down here. I'm jumping in short at 570 to hopefully get that crash down. Saw another ad there, 4,700 at 57. This is where it should crack down, guys. I would love to see the bid just drop to 50. $65s now are out. Not liking that curve there. Alright guys, not seeing any share size going through here now. Only that one bidder that's at 58. I don't want to see him spike it back up to our number. We gave it more than enough time there. Just as I'm talking, it just goes through 62. I have an order out for 60. Wanted to take 60s. Now I'm on that verge where it's like either just take the 62. There you go, got the breakdown. Giving this a chance here. Seeing that the spam going through there. There you go, 53. Not liking how it came back. So annoying, guys. Should have took profit there somewhere in the 50s. I should have an order out there. I should have filled in that breakdown right there. I definitely saw it right there. There you go. There's the bounce now. Gonna have to just take it out of here, guys. Saw 54 is there. It's getting a little bit crazy now. It's making these up and down wicks, up and down moves, up and down moves, up and down moves. Seeing 54 is there. See if we can get below this. There's 9,200 there at 57, guys. $6,800 there at 56. There's a little bit of a breakdown there. Alright, just gotta keep ourselves relaxed. Looks like there's been a shorter really jamming it there. There he goes. Just gonna take it at 50, guys. I'm putting out an order to fill there at 50. There you go. Filled, guys. And we're out. Good trade, guys. A little bit of a sweaty trade there. The reason why is there's no volume. If there was more volume in the stock, I'd probably stay in it for longer and really give it that chance to break down this 48 and get below 48 and 30s and all the way down probably to $5. I could see it go to $5 and even further, like 466. There really was a shorter in there as we saw him add and add and add to his position. He probably has a huge position and was short at the daily highs here at 57, 60s. Traders like Ducks do this. They get huge short there, guys. You see? We should have held a little bit longer, but that's how it is, guys. You know, would have got that move right there. Would now be just looking amazing. This could go down to 5 really quickly, guys. It was tough. It really was tough because it really was just one shorter that kept getting short there. But he had the sizing. He got huge there through this 58. Would have got another 30 cents there. Another $15 probably right now. Um, that's how it goes, guys. You know, you could look for a bounce now to 45, risking off a 61 and take some more trades. But I just wanted to finish the day a good green on the account. I think it was a really well trade there from 570s and held for a very long time there. Was always looking for this move down to 540s. And as I got that move there, I put out that order as the spread got a little bit too wide there for me. Got a little uncomfortable as it was breaking down, but it was still, the ask was still on 560. I went and I just took that 550 there. Yeah, another second would have gave me another 30 cents, but that's how it goes. I'm just going to be happy to get back into green, guys. Green 2 days now. 2 days in a row now from Thursday, Friday. And let's go ahead and continue it on until next week. Get back into the consistency and really just try to get the account going back in the right direction, guys. Seeing IFNI there at $2. Has resistance there at 205 and 206. Craig went up there, straight back down. Yoko went up there, straight back down, guys. CHNR, straight up there, straight back down, guys. You see how that's consistent? ABIL there, man. It really gave a nice little fucking continuation there. I was seeing those shorts, but we're going to learn from that trade. We got it recorded. We got it streamed. Everybody watched that trade. Watch how the shorter got in there. Look how he was adding that size. And that's what really essentially left me in there, but also gave me the worry of it bouncing. But that's how it goes, guys. And tell you the truth, a trader like him, he's probably taking some profit there on that move there, but letting it really work. I think he got short here. He likes to, there's a trader that I know named Dux that likes to short those high days test. So when it was up there in that 66 range, I was even thinking about shorting the 60s. I actually put out an order for it was 50 shares there at 60, just never gotten filled. And then when it popped up there to 63, it was hard for me to take the trade. But this is one of the kind of trades that I want to start learning how to be able to do, is knowing that there is resistance up here. This resistance is pretty hard. And when it comes back up there, you got to take a really small share size. So if it does break through, you're not going to lose a crap load of money. But if you do nail it and then it comes back down, pops up, doesn't get to your number, or just completely fades down to, like if you got short there at 60 and then just completely breaks down here to 37, well, on this breakdown, on that pop up there to that 35, that's where people are going to look to really add their position and then look for this move down to 57. If you do that, you can learn to really start adding on the pops up and building a position and really winning. You know, the best traders really build a position and they get small little moves at the end and really take their win. I normally stream till right about 11:30 to 12 range. I've been getting a little bit further than I normally want. I should be getting off at 11:30. 11 is where it's slow. I don't see longs past 11s. After 11, I'm looking for pattern breakdowns. I normally come on around 10 to 10:30 in that range. Seeing as I'm in beginner's trader, his chat room for the first hour, it's just something that I do. I've been building with him and, you know, don't want to break away from it. You know, if you guys want to know more about my beginning trades or the trades that I take early in the day, I'm going to start doing recording more so that I can do reviews and not so many live streams. And then from there on, we'll just do live streams more based on how the day looks. But alright, that's going to be all for me today. I'm going to go enjoy my concert. Going to celebrate green today. Have that good feeling that we got back into the green, 2 days now. And really going to go and fight next week and get back in this. See it down to the 530s now, and looking like it's probably going to go to $5 there. Definitely a trade that I wish I would have held a little bit longer, just like on DRYS today. That's probably one of the key things of really learning is how to hold those winners and really maximize the profit. But we really hadn't gotten those extension moves like 2 weeks ago, a week ago. And so now we're really starting to see more of the extension moves where it really gives you that breakdown. On a 5-minute ABIL, this is what I was watching pretty much the whole time. When we got short there in the 70s, right here, I saw this red candle, saw the bounce, was said I needed that red candle here. Got the bounce there. And then right here is getting a little bit suspect as it looked like it could have swing right back up here. But I should have held off of that 66, 65 and took it off of that and then let it really try to rip. But that's going to be all, guys. Like always, I'll come in, I'll come out, guys. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep trading. Fight for it. If this is what you want, you work every day and night for it. You have the will. You will succeed. Let's keep going, guys. Like always, I'll come in, I'll come out, guys. Take it easy. Gonna go see a nice reggae concert. Maybe smoke one. Hey, it's a Woodford Reserve kind of day, guys. I'm popping that open right now, guys. Oh, yeah, Woodford, baby. Goodbye, guys. Have a great weekend. Look forward to the stats coming out. They ain't going to be the best stats, but hey, that's what we got to go based off of. We're really trying to build some data there. As you see, a big short there again there, a 526 there. Big short again there, 526, 8,200 shares there. That's how you make a crap load of money, man. I wouldn't be surprised if I see Ducks saying that he made, $50,000, $60,000 on this. He doesn't like to put out money-wise what he makes too much on stocks, but he does put out the reviews, and this is the kind of stock that he does, guys. He shorts up there and keeps adding to his position, taking profits, and look at that. That's bank. That's money in the bank, guys. All right, guys, that's going to be all, guys. Take it easy. Have a good weekend.